Yes, magandang araw mga ka-Tribu at welcome sa isa na namang episode ng Hot Patatas. Ako si Vernon Velasco.
At ako si Angelo, Cadlaon.
Yes, kumusta naman Angelo?
Kumain ka na ba?
Not yet, yeah. Actually, I'm on a very, very strict window of diet. So,
Ay, nakadiet ka ngayon.
always, yeah.
Ah,
Back to it. Kasi it used to be parang yo-yo diet eh. Natawag siyang yo-yo diet.
What's yo-yo diet?
Yo-yo, parang you're back to it, you're out of it, you're back to it, you're out of it.
Ah,
Parang
okay.
it's a very detrimental
Intermittent? Parang minsan
Hindi.
okay. Ay, minsan...
Yung yo-yo diet kasi parang ano siya, masama kasi parang you're in a diet and then suddenly you're out.
Ah, gano'n.
Yung
So,
akin-
ano
yung
diet
akin-
yan? Paano?
Yung sa akin, UMAD.
What's OMAD?
UMAD is 1 meal a day diet. Yan.
1 meal a day?
1 meal a day.
Hindi ko nangangatog. Ako nga pag hindi ako nakakakain ng isang...
Sana yan, actually sana yan. Kasi parang the rationale is to give yourself, you give your body time to burn
Yung fats.
the stored fats.
Ay, the stored fats.
The stored
Oo.
fats. Yun. And then,
Mahirap yan.
then
Kasi
you recuperate.
dito sa Philippines, parang nakaraan pinag-uusapan natin yung bigas,
food.
no? Anyway,
Mhm.
so pinag-uusapan natin, no, kapag isang araw ka lang na hindi kumain,
Nakakapangatog.
oo, parang once a day meal, supposedly dapat 3 days, 3 times a day ka kumakain.
Oo.
O, pag hindi ka kumain ng tama sa oras, mangangatog ka talaga.
Hindi kasi by calories yun. Kasi ang calorie, depende sa babae sa lalaki.
Ah, okay.
So, ang lalaki yata nasa 3,000 per day.
Okay.
Depende rin kung lifestyle mo sedentary or you're very active or depende sa age.
Active ka?
Ngayon, I'm active. So, yun. Pag babae, yes. Galing mo talaga, direct. Parang iba yun.
Iba yun, no?
Pag sa babae, much lesser.
Okay.
Ayun. So, depende sa calorie requirements.
Pero do
every
you
day.
work out?
I work out, pero right now it's all cardio eh. Para it's a
You jog,
double
you
blade.
running,
I jog, I
ganyan.
run. Not really run, kasi run is very
Tedious.
tedious, yeah. So, I just walk. So, walk 12,500 at least a day.
Paano mo
So, non-negotiable. Ha?
Paano mo natatrack?
Via watch.
Ano?
oo.
Apple Watch?
Hindi, yung Samsung watch ko.
Samsung
Yun.
Watch.
Tapos ang ginagawa ko siya, iniwan ko yung phone ko kasi alam mo yun.
Baka malaglag.
Hindi, mabigat eh.
Okay.
Ayun, tsaka para parang yung sa kotse, tawag ito, aerodynamics. Ano ka kotse? Ano aerodynamics, for example, sabi mo? Hindi, para magaan ka. Yun. Para magaan ka. Uma diet, you deprive yourself of the calories and then at the same time, you become independent of the food. you become independent of food, the pleasures of food. So, yeah. That's it. Discipline. Yeah. Yes. Okay, ikaw. What's up with you?
Ako?
Oo.
Okay. Okay. Okay naman. Okay naman. Ano naman, yung diet ko kasi minsan, hindi ako paano ba? Hindi kasi ako nagda-diet talaga. Pero, ang pinaka-diet ko na minsan pag nakakalimutan kong kumain, pag sobrang dami kong ginagawa. So, alam mo naman dito tayo sa office, medyo maraming tayong workload. So, I try, minsan kapag wala nang time na lumabas, alam mo, may tindahan tayo dyan, di ba? Yung honesty store natin.
Honesty store.
Sa ibabaw ng ref,
Oo,
no?
yeah.
Kuha-kuha na lang.
Lugi na.
Lugi daw ba?
Lugi na ba? Sino may-ari nun? Nung honesty store natin?
Sino may-ari ng honesty store natin? Lugi ba? Parang di naman. Parang kakita ko
Si
kanina.
Ate Win. Oh, win na win. Ang tubo.
Ang alam ko, parang kaka-replenish lang kanina kasi bumili ako kanina ng Skyflakes. Kumikita naman. Maraming, may mga bagong crackers ngayon. Alam ko, kanya rin ba yung mga soft drinks sa loob ng ref?
Sa kanya rin yata.
O, di ba? Social.
Parang na-inspire siya ng community pantry noon, ano?
Talaga?
It's community pantry, pero, yeah. Parang hindi ka na nga naman lumabas. Yun, parang it inspires.
Oo, kasi mainit sa labas. Uy, grabe
Oo.
naman talaga. Sobrang init sa labas kanina. Bumiyahe ako, no? So, I was trying to book at parang mga 1 p.m. No? Walang tumatanggap. 1:15, walang tumatanggap. 1:30, walang tumatanggap. 1:35, meron nang tumanggap. Kaso, grabe naman yung init. Iba talaga yung init.
Angkas.
Angkas, oo. Lalo pag nagkotse tayo, di lalo tayo hindi nakarating.
Maganda, mabilis kasi ang angkas, actually.
Oo.
Yeah. Hello po. Sino may ng angkas? Si Mr. George Reca. Hello po.
Ay,
Nanonood po.
sponsored.
Hindi, they're actually our advertisers.
Advertiser ba natin yan?
So, tuloy na tayo dun sa tandaan natin. So, ito, first item is renewable energy backed to address power shortage.
Yan.
So, yeah, the government is very pushing of this one. So, Senator Lito Lapid on Thursday called on the government to continue using renewable energy to address the electricity shortage in the country. Amid the problems in electricity supplies in Negros Occidental, Panay Island, and other areas in the country, Lapid said the government should resort to clean and sustainable alternative energy solutions such as solar, hydropower, wind energy, geothermal energy, and biomass energy. Unlike fossil fuels, some energy sources are renewable and do not emit greenhouse gases, he stressed. Lapid suggested the use of solar panels is efficient as an alternative power supply amid the logged high heat index during summer. After all, as a tropical country, the Philippines is lucky because of the abundance of sunlight. There is a need for more private companies to invest in the solar industry to meet the shortage of electricity supply. He mentioned the frequent brownouts in Western Visayas. Actually, yeah, very I mean, the way you make sense of this init is to harness the sun.
Yung energy coming from the
Kasi,
sun.
Ang dami yan eh. I mean, it's abundant and right now we're actually lacking. Yung napoproduce natin na na non-renewables.
Actually, may friend ako na contractor ng solar power machineries, yung mga panels, no? Sabi nila, kapag medyo magandang klase ng solar panel, you can charge, parang you can harness energy for at least 8 hours. Kaya kanya nang i-sustain for, kung di ako nagkakamali, parang 1 week. Pero dapat magandang klase, kasi may mga klase pala yan, yung mga solar panels na yan. At the same time, ang downside lang niya, medyo mahal ang maintenance.
Oo. Bakit?
Medyo mahal daw ang maintenance yan kasi syempre, parang hindi ko alam kung kinakalibrate pa yan or talagang, syempre, alam mo naman, mainit. So, yun. Anything exposed to heat, madaling mag-corrode. No? Pero I think napapanahon na talaga na mag-shift na tayo or if not shift, mag-divert tayo from non-renewable to renewable energy sources. Matipid eh. Matipid. At the same time, it helps the environment.
Oo. Actually, I think yung sa environment, it's just an afterthought na lang. Sabi nila lang, it's an addendum. It's an added value. Pero I think, yung kasi, let's say, yung mga solar, yung mga RE, it's just one way to augment the shortage of, let's say, electricity because our demand is increasing eh.
And since we are very much abundant sa sunlight, no, yung let's make use of the opportunity na ma-harness natin yung energy coming from the sun. Kaysa naman sinusunog lang yung mga balat natin dito, pinapaso lang tayo pag lumalabas. Let's make use of the energy na ma-generate into
Kaysa magsulot tayo
power
ng
source.
Coal, di ba?
Yes.
So, coal mines. Yan. Magtayo na tayo ng farms.
Diba?
Solar farms.
farm.
Tapos yung mga yung mga na-harness nila, doon na lang sila ng development. I mean, mas palaking pa nila yung capacity. In the same capacity ng napoproduce sa coal. Siguro, posible naman yan in the future. I think everything is possible. It's just a web of possibilities. And I think the good thing about renewable energy is that, it reaches and it can be very available in off-grid areas. So yung off-grid, diba, there's yung DIO kasi, diba, it's Meralco. Marami kasi maraming chain. There's the producer, there's NGCP, and then there's Meralco. So yung mga off-grid areas, yung mga malalayo talaga lugar na wala sa grid, yun, sa service nun. Let's say yung mga, yung may mga rotating brownouts let's say sa mga isla, sa mga remote places. Diba, just parang 12 o'clock, patay yung ilaw, tapos pagdating ng gabi, tsaka sila ulit magkakailaw.
And it's
very yun.
It's a very good idea because although it helps the environment, pwedeng i-incentivize ng government yung kasi ang solar kasi ngayon kung tutuusin pang mayaman lang eh. Kasi medyo mahal talaga yung
solar panels.
Yung solar panels, mahal. May mga nabibili sa Shopee. I'm not sure if that's parang good enough. Pero yung mga suppliers talaga natin ng mga solar panels, medyo mahal talaga yan. So, the government, I think, can subsidize yung use para maging accessible yung solar panels sa mga normal Filipino households, typical Filipino households, and i-lessen yung tax. No? Magbigay ng subsidy sa mga tax. So, maging abot kamay siya.
Oo.
At maging parang normal na magkaroon ng solar panels sa mga tahanan. Kasi usually malakas mainit kapag mga ganitong panahon. So alam mo 'yan, kung magkakaroon tayo ng ganyang scenario, at least on the rainy days to come, no? Kung wala kuryente dahil syempre merong mga
Pun intended.
Oo.
On the rainy days.
'di ba? Rainy
Oo.
days usually yung mga yung mga linya ng kuryente napuputol,
Bagsak, oo.
babagsakan ng mga poste.
At saka wala rin araw nun, Brad.
Yes.
It's a very cloudy sky,
At
overcast.
least nakapag-store sila ng energy from the previous summer na dumaan. Ayun.
So, na ganun na pwede i-store.
Diba? Alam ko na sa store yan eh. Kasi nakukonsume lang naman yan pag
I
ginagamit
mean,
mo.
on a very commercial basis. Not
Yes.
really commercial, sa
Commercially
residential.
available na siya dapat.
Oo, dapat residential na para malugi na. Joke lang. Hindi mo malugi, I mean, kasi with the,
Bilang advertiser natin ng Meralco, baka po ma-consider nyo.
joke lang, pero yung
mag-
EV, let's say yung EV, kapon when you're let's say when you're driving or makikita mo let's say yung BYD. BYD is Ayala. I think
talaga?
Ayala, I think nakakatuwa yung Ayala kasi parang they're investing in sustainability talaga. Kasi parang EV, they acquired Gogoro from Taiwan.
Alam ko parang there are buildings in BGC na green certified na.
Oo.
So, yung mga glass windows ng mga buildings na ito ay nag-harness na ng energy from the sun.
Oo.
Yun. We can make use of that idea para yung ibang mga, or maybe the government can regulate, di ba? Maybe the government can regulate yung mga papausbong ng mga construction projects na mag-employ sila or kumbaga parang i-encourage nila itong mga developers to consider yung renewable energy na i-apply doon sa mga buildings. So we are not much dependent on coal and other non-renewable energy sources.
I think it just needs both private and public will. Ayun nga, kanina sa Ayala, with EV, with transition to EV, di ba parang predominantly we're running on gas. So, natuwa ako kasi parang walang tambucho yung BYD kahapon. Parang it's fully EV.
Kasi meron ng
Oo.
energy coming from the wind, yung mga yung sa Ilocos, 'di ba? Yung sa Pililla meron din. Yung mga energy nanggagaling din sa mga hydroelectric power plants, meron na ring existed before, 'di ba? So what about the sun, 'di ba? Dami. Endless possibilities could happen kung talagang ma-implement 'yan through syempre legislation.
Oo. Yes, yeah. And with that, magbabalik po kami matapos po ang ilang paalala.
And this break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, hashtag Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Globe, atin ang mundo. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart, live more today. Union Bank, it starts with you.
Infuse yourself with the knowledge needed to hone your business skills. Business Sense, a show where we engage with entrepreneurs, startups, and MSMEs in meaningful discussions on business growth and current marketing trends. Airs every Monday, 10 a.m., only on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube. Tune in to Daily Tribune's show aimed at addressing the needs and problems of our OFWs from different corners of the globe. Hear about their plights and success stories every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. only on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Yes, and we're Back here on Hot Patatas, kasama pa rin natin si Angelo Cadlaon. Yeah.
Yeah.
parang Mount Canlaon. Yeah.
Grabe
The
yun.
famed Mount Canlaon that harnessed the sun. Yun. Tuloy. Yeah. What's the next? May Mount
Sige,
Canlaon, di ba?
pasok natin yan. Meron ba?
May Mount Canlaon. Yun. Ito yung kahapon, yung trilateral cooperation between US, Japan, and Philippines. Yeah.
Ayan. For our second segment, Biden vows ironclad defense of Philippines, Japan as China tensions mount. President Joe Biden made ironclad defense pledges to Japan and the Philippines. Ayan.
Yan.
On Thursday, as he hosted his counterparts amid growing tensions with Beijing, whose actions the three leaders described as dangerous and aggressive. Biden cemented the United States' security commitments in the South China Sea as repeated confrontations between Chinese and Philippine vessels have stoked fears of wider conflict. Any attack on Philippine aircraft, vessels, or armed forces in the South China Sea would invoke our Mutual Defense Treaty, Biden said as he met Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida at the White House. An increasingly assertive China claims almost the entirety of the South China Sea, brushing aside competing claims from several Southeast Asian nations, including the Philippines. The tensions, combined with saber-rattling over China's claims to the self-governing island of Taiwan, have prompted Biden to boost alliances in the region. Dangerous and aggressive. As they met around the horseshoe-shaped wooden table in the Grand East Room of the U.S. presidential residence, the U.S., Japanese, and Philippine leaders hailed the meeting as historic. Without mentioning China by name, they painted their alliance as a bedrock of peace and democracy in the Asia-Pacific region, in contrast to authoritarian Beijing. Marcos, seen as closer to Washington than his more China-leaning predecessor, Rodrigo Duterte, said they shared an unwavering commitment to the rules-based international order. Kishida said that multi-layered cooperation is essential and that today's meeting will make history. After their meeting, the three leaders released a joint vision statement late Thursday outlining a series of economic and defense cooperation initiatives while slamming China's dangerous and aggressive behavior in the South China Sea. Ano masasabi mo dyan, partner? Ayaw talagang tumigil ng ating kapitbahay na China na mag-invade ng ating mga territories. That's why meron tayong trilateral summit na ginanap sa White House, compounding our country, the Philippines, Japan, and the US to create a partnership to defend our territory.
I was wondering just what China is thinking now. Sana mag-meet sila lalo.
Well, according naman sa AFP, sa Armed Forces of the Philippines spokesperson, ito daw ang ginagawa daw nating mga MCCA, yung mga multilateral cooperative exercises, itong mga summit na ginagawa to defend the territory of our country is not meant to annoy China or provoke China from doing such claims and yung mga ginagawa nilang invasion sa ating territory. It's just, it just goes to show that the Philippines is ready to defend its territory at the same time to showcase our capabilities and to learn from our, counterparts during the exercises para at least alam natin yung magagawin natin in case na magkaroon tayo ng tensions. Actual tensions talaga.
There's a tension di ba?
Pero yung talagang actual confrontation talaga, yung digmaan maglalaban talaga.
Hindi kasi once lang na may magkaputukan dyan, talaga mati-trigger MDT. Yung Mutual Defense Treaty, ready or not, sa lakay nila, mag-retaliate sila. Yun. That's it. That's just basically it. Pero ang hindi ko lang alam dyan, yung Japanese interest in the issue. Yun lang. Kasi
I
di ba,
believe they're promoting parang, sorry, go.
within the Pacific,
Oo,
I think so, yeah.
Yung freedom of navigation, yun ang kanilang
Kasi for the
pinaglalaban.
longest time after World War II kasi, parang Japan parang pledged they would not wage war against any countries unless it's defense. So most likely in the interest of defense lang 'yan. So mas marami na nakakakita ngayon na ano mo 'yan, dumedepensa lang yung mga bansa na nasa paligid ng China. So ibig sabihin, lumalabas na aggressor talaga yung China. It's not the Philippines, it's China.
It's China
It's
talaga.
China and its pipe dream of ruling the world. That's it.
Nakakalungkot nga yung mga
Yeah.
corals daw natin ay nasira na talaga. Parang
Sinasadsad.
good as nothing eh. Parang wala na talaga. And then, kahapon, we were able to publish isang balita coming from one of our provincial correspondents, Celeste Ana Formoso, no, that a couple of Kalayaan town residents in Palawan were able to see to see yung mga Chinese Coast Guards na medyo malapit na sa Dalampasigan.
Bakit?
Yun ang yun ang hindi natin alam. Bakit kailangan yung lumapit? Usually daw kasi yung mga eastern part daw ng Kalayaan ay hindi naman daw talaga pinupuntahan. So usually nasa dagat lang naman daw talaga sila. Then pag nangingisda daw yung mga mangingisda natin from
Papasok sa shore natin.
yun. Yun pumapasok sila.
Encroachment.
Oo, parang gano'n. Parang parang a mile away. A mile away. Eh, ang 1 mile, napakalapit na nun. 'Di ba? Kitang-kita mo na yung hugis ng barko ng Chinese Coast Guard na malapit na siya sa isla ng isa sa mga bayan doon sa Kalayaan, island towns, nang syempre matatakot ka kung we're only there to survive, para maghanap buhay, no, tumira, no? And may ganon. So, anong masasabi mo dun, partner?
Digma na lang.
Wag naman, wag naman.
Digma na
Grabe.
lang.
Wag naman.
Digmang bayan, walang kasarian ng digmang bayan.
Ayun
Yun.
nga. Grabe yun. Ano yan? Yan.
Film ni Altejeros.
Okay.
Pero I think, ready or not, when push comes to shove, I would pick my gun and then just, I'm ready to die for my country. That's it. I think it's the readiness.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's,
I would do
it's the
the same.
readiness, yeah. So we may lock in arms, we may fight in stick and stones, using stick and stones, but you know, why not? With all I have, I will fight China.
Pero to quote, alam mo, to quote our former presidential candidate, Miriam Defensor Santiago, wag daw tayong masyadong aggressive sa China.
Bakit?
Eh kung matalo daw natin sila, anong papakain natin sa kanila?
Bakit?
Joke yun.
Ano meron?
Cut niya na.
Ano meron doon?
Hindi, kung matalo daw natin sila, anong papakain natin sa kanila?
Hindi mo gets. Hindi ko na magets.
Hindi yung China.
Oh.
Matatalo natin sila sa digmaan, anong
Okay.
ipapakain mo sa kanila?
Hindi ko pa rin. I can't. I
Sige,
really can't get it.
okay, na-move on na tayo. Grabe yung at patatas. So, yung at patatas bang actual dyan?
Yun.
Sisig, please.
Yun.
De joke.
I mean, yeah, pero on a more serious note, yeah, we just have to be really ready. Yeah. We really have to be ready to pick the arms and then fight with all we have. Siguro kung magtayo na tayo ng bunkers. Pwede.
Dapat nga magkaroon tayo ng
mag-open.
office doon ng Department of National Defense.
Oo.
Yan. Yung mga government agencies that are very much concerned about the issue regarding the tensions in the West Philippine Sea, dapat magkaroon ng mga offices doon so that
Di ba meron na? Yung maritime security ba yun?
dapat magkaroon yung kunwari Secretary of National Defense, magkaroon siya ng office doon. Yung alam ko parang bumuo ng council. There's a council
Mismo dun sa
through the executive
pinag-aawayan.
order.
Sa pinag-aawayan.
Oo, tungkol dun sa issue na yan. So, maglagay ng office doon mismo. Mga bandang Kalayaan para alam ng China na, uy, di sila nagbibiro. They're willing to fight for their territory. Ayan.
What if they shoot us?
Ayan.
Yeah. And parang shoot to kill order na yun ang gagawin. Yeah. Okay. We're going to come back after a short break. Yeah.
And this break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, Hashtag Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Globe, atin ang mundo. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart. Live more today. Union Bank. It starts with you.
Infuse yourself with the knowledge needed to hone your business skills. Business Sense, a show where we engage with entrepreneurs, startups, and MSMEs in meaningful discussions on business growth and current marketing trends. Airs every Monday, 10 a.m., only on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube. Tune in to Daily Tribune's show aimed at addressing the needs and problems of our OFWs from different corners of the globe. Hear about their plights and success stories every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m., only on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube. Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Yes, and we're back here on Hot Patatas.
Still with me?
He's still with Angelo Cadlaon. So, next item natin is NFA flexing at farm gate. Yes. Okay, the National Food Authority will go toe-to-toe with private traders to buy palay or unmilled rice directly from farmers to shore up its buffer stock for emergencies. NFA Administrator Larry Lacson, who is serving in an acting capacity, said they would buy the clean and dry palay from 23 pesos to 30 pesos per kilo, from the previous buying range of 19 to 23 per kilo. For the fresh and wet class of palay, the agency would offer 17 to 23 per kilo up to from its former tender range of 16 pesos to 19 pesos per kilo. Lacson said they would implement the purchase once the guidelines are in order and the documents are signed. Earlier this week, the NFA said it was being outbought by private traders bidding about 27 per kilo, which could be considered a reversal of roles. Traditionally, the NFA bought rice at higher prices than private traders, forcing the latter to stop shortchanging farmers. Without the NFA, private traders could depress farm gate prices with impunity. Lacson assured that the agency has a sufficient rice inventory as a buffer stock despite their teen procurement. I think it's enough because a lot has been harvested, a lot is in the household, and a lot is with the private traders. The supply of rice in the Philippines is sufficient, he said. Lacson said NFA warehouses have about 40,000 metric tons of rice buffer stock. NFA's accomplishment report for February showed the agency procured 12,378 bags of palay, equivalent to 618.9 metric tons, and representing only 2.28% of the procurement target of 542,800 bags, equivalent to 27,140 MT. I'm not that optimistic about reaching that because the harvest season is almost over. I think we are at the tail end, said Lacson, referring to the NFA's earliest target of securing over 500,000 bags of rice. I think that's better. I mean, dati di ba 19 pesos lang daw nila binibili. Ngayon mas mataas kasi para hindi nga naman ma-short change.
Oo.
At hindi rin kasi ang private sector, mga private traders, ang ginagawa daw is parang ina-outbid sila yung NFA.
Mas ka naman ikaw yung trader tawag dito, ng palay partner. Kung ikaw ang trader ng palay partner at ang buying price ng NFA ay 19 pesos, kung di ako tama ba? 19 pesos.
Dibanda kasi mas malaki.
Oh, mas malaki. Bibili nila sa'yo ng 27 pesos, pinakamababa, yung mga...
Pero mangyari sa doon, yung madedepress yung price sa merkado mismo.
Yes, ganun talaga. Pero kasi, coming from, alam mo naman, matagal nang na-neglect ang ating mga farmers. Talagang binibili ang mga dapat nga, sa ibang bansa, di ba, ang mga farmers doon, the farmers are one of the, pillars of the economy, pillars of food security, pillars of prices, ganyan. Because yung farmers doon sa ibang bansa, they get the same respect as the respect that's being experienced by doctors, mga nurses, professionals. Unlike here in the Philippines, mababa ang tingin sa mga farmers. So, parang they have been long neglected in terms of support, yung governmental support, yung technology, yung maraming factors to consider na ang naging bottom line nito ay nalugi ang mga farmers for the longest time. Diba? No.
So, maganda dyan magiging competition kasi
Yes.
kasi it's a supply chain issue eh. So, sana mag-spark to lalo ng competition in a way na mas malaki yung mas malaki yung kikitain ng mga farmers at mas mura mabebenta sa merkado.
Mas kaya kung kapitalista,
Sana ganun.
baka benta ko pa ng 35 pesos yan. Siyempre kasi, at the end of the day, we all have families to support. We have tables to put food on. We have priorities. So, I commend the NFA for the National Food Authority that they have adjusted their buying price so we can help our farmers. Ano ba yung ilang...
And I think what the farmers can do to actually force people to to respect them somehow is to hold embargo their ani, their harvest in a way na mas tataas yung presyo. 'Di ba?
Meron
kasi-
kasi mga middlemen. Parang nakaraan nabanggit mo may mga middlemen pa gumigit
Hindi, yung
na.
parang sabihin mo, hindi ko bebenta to. Like, ibebenta ng farmers na 50 pesos instead of 19. That's it. 50 pesos.
Ang taas naman no, 50 pesos. Baka maging 200 pesos na yung per kilo ng bigas
Ayun,
natin.
ay nga problema sa NFA. I mean, you're serious about food security and sufficiency. I might as well. Yeah.
Nag-store ka ba ng bigas sa inyo?
Bigas, as in bigas. O, bibigyan mo sako-sako.
Sako-sako? Social. Kami pa kilo-kilo.
Hindi naman, isang sako, ganun.
Magkano ba kilo ng bigas ngayon?
Kasi ako
Parang 48, 50. Tama ba?
Hindi lang. Merong 70 pesos, 60.
Ay, yun yung masarap na bigas.
Ba, hindi ko alam sa iba. Kasi may iba yung drug eh. Yung
Ganon.
Yung drug na...
Mas mahal ang malagkit
Parang
kapag Holy Week. Nung nakarang Holy Week, parang pumalo yata sa parang 85 to 90 ang kilo ng malagkit. Kasi syempre, alam mo naman, Pasko eh. Yun ang Pasko ng mga rice traders. Yung kapag Holy Week kasi maraming nagkakakanin, maraming tinda ng kakanin, mga suman-suman, ganyan. And mabawi sila. Kami pa kilo-kilo lang kasi
Marami ba nagtitinda kapag huli ng mga kakanin?
Oo, marami kasi may mga pabasa. Di ba kapag Catholic ba kayo? Pag mga Catholic, ganyan, may mga pabasa, may mga, para mga pasyon-pasyon kung di ako nagkakamali. Tapos, yun ang handa. Ganyan, mga kakanin, mga suman-suman, ganyan. Saka lalo na sa Antipolo. Alam mo yung sa Antipolo, yung, di ba tayo na sa Antipolo, ganyan-ganyan. Marami nagtitinda doon ng mga ganon, mga rice cakes.
Flea market.
Yun ang market nila. Tapos ang dami pa nag-aalay lakad. Yun ang mga kinakain nila habang naglalakad. Yan, papunta pabalik. Mataas ang demand. Mataas din ang presyo.
Yun, sana po yun, sa alang natin yung kapakanan ng ating mga bayaning magsasaka
Ayan.
sa higit sa lahat sa supply chain na ito.
Because they ensure the food security.
Sana hindi natin sila kumbaga brautin.
Wag natin silang pabayaan. Just like the yung mga farmers, mga fishermen, 'di ba? Yung
Tsaka
mga
they
poultry
should,
producers.
They're actually producers eh. And then they should think of themselves as they should have this entrepreneur mindset. Ayun lang yung They should think of themselves as entrepreneurs. They should think of themselves as businessmen.
Yes.
Hindi yung parang something na ginagamit lang ng mga kapitalistang wala namang, hindi naman ganun kalaki ang pinuhunan. Yun.
And it's also a call to our government officials, most especially in Department of Agriculture, that dapat reform above, relief below.
What's that?
Yun, reform above, dapat maayos natin ang sistema sa taas.
Okay.
So we can relieve yung mga nasa grassroots talaga. Dahil, yun nga, they are the people responsible for producing our food. Thus, food security is on their hands. So, tama na yung mga subdivisions, binibili yung mga farmlands to be converted into subdivisions.
Patama.
Wala namang binanggit na pangalan. So, yon. And, I think the government is doing its best naman. Although, syempre, it would take a long time.
Long journey.
Long journey pa yan to achieve our primary goals.
Of food security and
Food
happy
sec-
farmers.
Yan.
Yeah.
Alam ko parang sa Australia yata, ang kanilang parang Minister of Agriculture ay farmer.
Wow.
Oh, yun. So, ang kanilang Minister of Health ay
Kasi
doktor.
sila lang naman makakaintindi nun eh.
Oo,
May mga technical
yes.
na kaalaman.
Minister of Transportation, commuter. Oh, yun.
Kasi dito sa atin, ang nangyayari, let's say, hindi ka specialista sa isang field talaga. Or hindi ka yung best of the crop. Ang mangyayari lang kasi parang wala yung meritocracy. Ang nangyayari, mga pinakamagagaling nasa ilalim pa. Hindi sila yung decision makers. Sila lang yung nag-a-advise siguro. Sa kanang kamay ng Pangulo sa isang sektor o departamento.
Oh, dapat may merit.
Dapat sila.
Yes. Meritocracy should be the number one qualification and the experience. Kasi merits can be only attributed to awards eh. So, somehow awards, but somehow we should also focus on the
Sana yung best of the best talaga.
yeah, best of the best. Kung sino talaga yung nasa ground na nakaka-experience, nakakaranas ng mga paghihirap na ito. Dapat sila yung mapakinggan, dapat sila yung
Kasi sila yung may alam.
yes, dahil alam nila. Oh. Ako, alam ko, commuter ako, ang hirap mag-commute ha. Oh, tulad
Pa naman
kanina.
ang init-init, Brad, hindi ka lalabas talaga kapag, let's say,
Napapaisip nga ako kung papasok ako, pero syempre, baka magalit sa akin sa Sir Ludwig, na joke lang.
Hindi,
Pero,
kapag kailangan mo ng constituency services, let's say, official ka talaga ng isang sektor or isang departamento.
kaya na nga nag-self-pity na ako sa biyahe, sobrang init sa bandang San Joaquin Pateros area. Dahil syempre labasan ng mga estudyante. Kahit maaga ka umalis, talagang malilate ka eh. Kaya agahan ko na lang ulit bukas. So, nagsa-self-pity na ako kanina. Sino ba naman ako? Hindi naman ako politiko. Wala naman akong wangwang. Ba't ako papadaanin dito? Diba? Kanina sa kasi ang daan ko is from Buting, Buting, then mag-elevated kami na U-turn, then Kalayaan, Buendia, or Hilpuyat pala muna, tapos Buendia. So, yung mainit na, babagtasin ko yan, yung mainit na daan papuntang opisina, babagtasin ko yan. Pero sino nga ba naman ako? Wala naman akong wangwang para padaanin nila. Hindi naman ako senator, di ba? Hindi naman ako...
Meron ka naman daw pakpak. I can live! I can fly!
Yun, so pero parang gusto ko na rin mag-aral, mag-drive. Kaso kung mag-aaral naman ako mag-drive, dadagdag na naman ako sa demographics ng mga drivers,
Na
no?
nagagalit kapag sabi parang, kasi dapat nag-take na kayo ng bus eh. Tapos yung sila sasabi, I mean, pare-parehas yung mentality. Pare-parehas kayo napunta sa EDSA. Everybody has had the same frigging idea.
The answer is not about building new roads, building new skyways.
It's about policies talaga.
It's about, we should improve our transportation system,
The
ganyan.
infrastructure and policies. That's
Yes.
it. Yeah. And yung by policies, hindi lang talaga, let's say, policies na concerning, let's say, transportation. Marami. It's a web. Yan. PSA na Meralco. Kinakall na tayo.
Alright.
Ito sabi, 25% increase in fires mostly in residential areas, mostly caused by electric ignition's wrong use of extension cords is
Top reason.
the number one reason. So, ang tip ng Meralco, number one, gumamit ng extension cord na may certification, may BPS certification, ICC sticker, Philippine Standard Quality Safety Certification. So, makikita nyo naman yan at saka suriin nyo mabuti kung talaga matibay yung materyales ng inyong extension cord na bibilhin sa mga supermarket o kung saan-saan man. Tip number 2, ilayo sa mga flammable material ang extension cord o wag ilagay sa malapit sa kalan, wag ilagay sa malapit sa gasol o wag ilagay na nakababad sa sunlight. Tip number 3, wag i-overload ang inyong extension cord. Yan, number 1, lagi natin ginagawa yan. Yan. Lalo na yung kapag, alam mo yan, kapag kumikitang kabuhayan ka na, tapos ang nakapag-invest ka ng maliit na bahay, hindi mo pala akalain na kakailanganin mo ng mga ganitong appliances.
Gumagamit ka pa ba ng
Extension,
AVR?
extension cord, what's that?
Yung automated voltage regulator. Yung, di ba alam mo yung mga...
yung sa computer.
Oo, yung sa computer, di ba parang may, parang may box na gano'n, tapos si lahat ng mga plugs isasaksak mo doon, tapos i-on mo siya. Nire-regulate yung voltage. Instead of putting all your plugs in an extension cord, dun siya sa AVR nilalagay. Gumagamit ka pa, hindi na.
I'm not sure, yeah. Sa computer lang siguro. Pero hindi na ako gumagana ng computer kasi.
Wala na kasi akong AVR, parang nasa ano na eh. Nasa extension cord na lahat.
Itong pinaka-safe daw, direct lang i-plug sa wall outlet ang mga major appliance.
Like aircon, di ba?
Definitely.
Most definitely aircon.
Mabigat yun eh.
Ref,
Oo.
di ba? Hindi ka naman pwede magsaksak ng ref sa extension
Induction
cord.
cooker. Yes.
Yan.
Yung gas range
Washing
mo.
machine.
Oo. Di ba?
Ganun.
Tip number 5, siguro yung nasa maayos na kondisyon ang extension cord, walang mga pingas, hindi sira, walang mga open wires. So, ayun po yung public service announcement ng Meralco. Stay tuned for them. So, wrap up tayo, recap. So, ano yung mga napag-usapan natin kanina? Yung
Well,
number one, NFA, di ba kanina? NFA, yung bigas, ginagawa nila is parang niladagdagan nila yung offer nila sa farmers, farm gate prices,
Yes.
para mas mabigyan naman ng dignidad yung mga magsasaka natin at ma-override nila yung depression na ginagawa ng private middleman.
And then pangalawa, we talked about the
Trilateral.
Trilateral Summit conducted by the Philippines, Japan, and US to promote a very inclusive and countries that promote freedom of navigation within the West Philippine Sea. Dahil napakaganda at
Indo-Pacific, number 1.
napakalaking potential nito to grow, most especially an economy like ours na for growing economy pa lang naman tayo. So, napakalaking potential nito sa trade relations, sa defense and maritime issues, at kung ano-ano pang mga aspeto. No,
Tsaka safety kasi parang kaputukan yan, di ba?
Yes.
Let's say Japan is just, what? Just near Taiwan and China?
Yes.
Oo, parang kaputukan yan dyan. I mean, sino yung ano. So, it depends So, China, beware. China, manda kayo. Pati Australia. Actually, the Quad is with us also.
Yes.
Yan. So, yung pangatlo is... Ano yung pangatlo natin? Nakalimutan
Ang
ko.
pangatlong pinag-usapan natin ay yung pangatlo yung bigas. Ang unang pinag-usapan natin was meron kaming short-term memory
Renewable
loss.
energy.
Renewable
Yan.
energy. Yan.
To
Yun yung
address
number
power
1.
shortage. Yan, gumamit tayo ng mga solar panels at saka sana i-encourage ng gobyerno. Gobyerno, number 1. Dapat
Through legislation, syempre.
Through legislation. By legislating it, mapupwersa tayo.
Yes. So, i-incentivize ng government yung paggamit ng solar panels, quality solar panels sa quality. Kasi syempre, for the longest time, we've been reliant into yung mga non-renewable energy sources. Now, we should at least somehow mag-divert na tayo paunti-unti to renewable energy sources. Then, so that magkaroon mas matipid, no?
Yes.
It's going to be economically an economically positive suggestion, no? Magkakaroon din tayo ng kabawasan sa mga gastos natin kasi isa sa mga malalaking chunk ng budget ay mga sweldo ng karaniwang Pilipino na pupunta yan sa utility bills eh. Katrabaho lang naman tayo to support our bills, 'di ba? Yan.
To support our lifestyle.
Yes.
Yan. At yan po ang aming mga napag-usapan ngayon. Sana samahan niyo po kami sa susunod na Lunes para sa isa na namang mainit at hot discussion dito sa Hot Patatas. Ako po si Vernon Velasco.
At ako naman si Angelo Cadlaon.
See you on Monday.